Hello and welcome to the first and official Roscko's Rundown. In today's video, we'll be looking at this 1989 Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary. Woo! 1989. I was only like 2-3 years old when that came out, but let me tell you, I know this car. Well, first off, current bid, $605,000, ends in 2 days, and it is gorgeous. Well, first off, this is what you call a poster car. This is a car that you saw in posters in rooms. Maybe you had it. Maybe you saw it in movies. And this was also one of those cars you saw in a lot of cool movies. One of my favorite movies is Cannonball. If you haven't seen that movie, you need to turn off this video and go watch that, because that is one of the coolest movies ever. And the starting scene has one. That's all I'll say. All right? Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. Well, first off, I had one of these, but it was just a toy, and it was a transformer, and it was cool. So this is how we're going to be doing it, guys. This is our first video, and we're going to explain how we're going to look at these cars. Instead of reading all of this, which this is great information, and hopefully these videos will encourage you to come back and actually read all of this, because you learned so much. But what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be looking at this section right here, the essential section. And in that section, we're going to be talking about stuff. So let's go ahead and begin. Well, first off, chassis number. I'm glad it has a VIN, right? These special cars sometimes are like, do they have VINs? Well, this one does. All right. So first off, kilometers. That's kind of odd. Let's go look down. Is it, all right, I see it's left-hand drive. I wonder why they put in kilometers. So that's about 6,500 miles shown. All right, let me get a calculator because we got to figure this out. All right. So we're at 2020 minus 1989. So we got 33 years. So we're going to go ahead and divide that 6,500 divided by 33. And that's going to be only 196 miles a year. All right. That's not bad. If that was done consistently, then that's pretty good. I wonder if it was. Okay. Then we have a 5.2 liter dual overhead cam V12. You have to have those V12s when you have these Italian cars. Fuel injected, that's nice. Carburetors are a little tough. 5-speed manual transmission. Woo! I really wonder what those gear ratios are. I wonder if they're close or if they're long. I don't know about this thing's top speed, but I'm pretty sure it's fast. Especially with the aero. All right, silver paint. Red leather. All right, let's go look down. Well, guys, first off, I think silver and red go really well. Now, when you look at this interior, I know some of you guys might be like, man, that is dated. And it is. It's period correct for the time that they were doing their designs back then. I mean, if you look at the car itself here, the car itself is beautiful. I mean, that is just, no matter what age or era you're going to see this, it's just beautiful. But I'm not going to lie, the interiors on these cars are a little funky. Now this interior looks like it's been well taken care of, which is nice. All this leather. I wonder if it smells like leather. I'm always curious about the smell of a car. How about you guys? Ooh, digital readout in 1989s. Look at that. It looks like it's pretty much brand new in my opinion. Woo! All right, let's get back up here. All right, European market front bumper. Well, I got to explain this to you guys because you might not know about this. So essentially, the Department of Transportation in the U.S. started to come out with safety laws. And so whenever foreign companies wanted to import their cars for the U.S. market, they had to like conform to those laws. So they had to like retrofit their awesome cars and designs and put these really ugly bumpers on them. Yeah, they were usually really bad, and they just made the car look bad. And a lot of the owners did not like that because it took away from the original design. So when they say European market front bumper, what they're trying to say is that they actually have the front bumper how it is originally designed. It looks a lot better, and people are going to like that a lot more. Rear wing, that is awesome. I hear that that's sometimes an option, or it's like really rare. Let's see if we could read about this. Optional V-shaped rear wing that was added in 2014. Okay. And it looks like if we look down here, the front bumper was also installed later on. So this guy had some very tasteful modifications. All right, multi-piece 15-inch OZ racing wheels. Well, first off, OZ has a great reputation for making amazing wheels. and they're quite expensive. But let's go ahead and look at this. Beautiful. Now, if you're not aware what a two-piece wheel is, if you look at the hardware here, right? Look at it as it goes around. If you were to remove that hardware, this face would usually come off, and then you would have this outer rim, which is typically called the barrel. So that's what they mean by two-piece. And if you want to put it back together, it's kind of a science. You got to have the right mini torque spec. You usually have to put like liquid seal on it that turns into a hardened seal. It's a little complicated, but usually you shouldn't have to ever do that. All right, so let's go back. Climate control, AC is good. We saw that digital readout. Alpine CD player. Now you guys are probably thinking that this was an aftermarket thing. Well, as a matter of fact, Alpine offered radios for Ferrari and Lamborghini, and they were kind of specifically for those cars, and I think something like Punk something, I forgot the name of it. But anyways, a lot of these radios were actually how they came from the factory. Power operated windows and seats, that's nice. Gated shifter. All right, let's scroll down to our gated shifter here. All right, we have gated shifter right there. Now, Lamborghini is really well known for their gated shifters. They kept that tradition with their Gallardo, their Murcielago, and other models, but they're supposed to be some of the nicest feeling shifters and have that iconic and famous clicking sound and feel whenever you shift in it. I have to be honest, I haven't had the pleasure to try it, but I've heard great things about it. All right, original sales invoice. Now guys, you're probably thinking, oh, why would you put that? For you guys out there who love cars and love collecting and love memorabilia, this is a must. I have my NSX one all framed up. It is awesome. Oh, look at these little paint swashes. I mean, this stuff alone is worth a lot, and it's part of the history. I mean, even these gloves right here. So whenever you get stuff, don't throw it away. Whew! All right, look at this, guys. Total price $145,000 in 1989. And it's at $605,000 with 2 days remaining. Whenever people tell you cars are a waste of money, they apparently are not picking the right ones, because this guy is going to be doing a great job. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Factory books and tools, and then a clean Carfax. So this is really neat. Now we see dealer, you're probably wondering like, oh, what's going on? But the great thing about it is a lot of, and I'm just going to be speculating here, but a lot of the people with these type of cars, they're usually busy, or they're usually a specialty in one field or another, and they know the importance of trusting a professional. So most likely they will hire or they will consign with a high-end dealership to sell their car for them, because the dealership will go ahead and they have experience with dealing with clients, dealing with the process, taking care of the car, and it's usually easier for everyone because the seller doesn't have to deal with it like your regular Facebook Marketplace deal. This is a different environment because of a different price point. Well guys, I hope you learned something new, and this is essentially how these videos are going to operate. We're going to talk about them, we're going to learn about them. Your comments are going to be great because I'm going to learn about cars and information from you. And here's a fun fact for you before we end the video. Look at this tubing. This was kind of the standard back in the days. But when engineers got a little bit more smarter, they realized that, you know, air is like water, and any obstruction or anything like these ribs right here would cause reduction of airflow, and essentially, which is, you know, stuff like this adds up, and it's a decrease in power, and you could take advantage of that. Unfortunately, you still see these designs and a lot of models out there, but a lot of high-end models moved away from this and went to a flat, smooth intake surface. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. I'm excited to hear what you guys think, and I hope you guys take care, and we'll talk to you in the next one.